Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear Muraqabah School parents, alhamdulillah, on behalf of my faculty and staff, from all our amazing team, our leadership, our admin, our faculty and staff, our ustadas, I wanted to say Jazakumullah khairan, that you have come with so much respect and honor in connecting with our teachers and really sharing that shared concern of how do we raise our children, how do we raise them to their best potential, and how do we develop this holistic child that will carry the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while they strive towards excellence in their faith, in their character, in their academics. My dear parents, alhamdulillah, it's an honor that you have trusted us, the Muraqabah School, to be your partner in raising your children. I'm not sure if we truly deserve it, but we know that sincerely this has been one of those areas that we are striving towards bringing back a truly prophetic way of creating a schooling model that can be replicated across the world, that can be a model to train ourselves and really understand and learn from our strengths and learn from our weaknesses, our successes and failures. One of the really important things that I want to reiterate, even though it's right on top of that parent-teacher conference forum, is that how do we define success? That what is our definition of success? That successful in our definition at the Muraqabah School is a child that really gets to know who Allah is. And they are growing spiritually and in their character in addition to striving towards their best potential in academics. All the subjects we teach here are not secular, they're all sacred, they're all taught with an Islamic pedagogy, Islamic worldview lens. They're connected to a God-centered worldview. And we want to make sure that our children are learning all of these things for the sake of growing to their best potential. What is the purpose of tarbiyah? What is the purpose of education? Who are we trying to produce? What are we trying to achieve? And first and foremost, we're trying to achieve that ma'rifah of Allah, the recognition of Allah, that each and every child knows Allah, that even through language and math and science and social studies, they understand the various streams of knowledge that Allah has created in this world, and they take all of these knowledge as a pathway to understand God and to make themselves a better human being, to serve God and to serve His creation. This is what the Muraqabah School is. And in the prophetic tarbiyah model, there is no tarbiyah, there is no nurturing of the child without the murabbi. And the murabbi is somebody who's centered around the Rabb, around Allah. We recite Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And our teachers and our scholars of tafsir, they mention that by Rabb here, Allah is actually referring to the tarbiyah. That Allah is the true murabbi, the true source of all tarbiyah. The guidance truly comes from Allah and His Prophet ﷺ. And what are the key qualities of a murabbi? That right after that our scholars point out is Allah is mentioning two of His names, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. That this mercy and compassion is truly at the center of that tarbiyah. That when we even discipline our children, we don't do that to bring them down or to humiliate them, but we do it with dignity, with privacy, we do it with prophetic manners and character, and we do it to raise the child, to lift the child up. So everything that we should do here is according to the ways shown by our beloved Prophet ﷺ. My dear parents, our brothers and sisters in the community, we want you and to be that partner in that journey, that we are a partner in the tarbiyah of our children, that the parents are the first murabbis, and our teachers, our ustadas, our team here, our leadership is all striving towards figuring out how do we create an environment where we can nurture that tarbiyah. And tarbiyah is like the gardener's mindset. The gardener is nurturing, planting the seed and nurturing that seed and creating the right environment and protecting it from the elements and continuously taking care of it while making dua for the outcome, because at the end of the day, outcome is not in our hands. We try our best and we create that environment. We continuously strive, and we are going to continue to strive, inshallah, through our successes and through our failures. But what really is the key is that are we sincerely doing it for the sake of Allah in the way shown by Prophet ﷺ, and can we partner together? Are we building that environment at home that parents are nurturing the children spiritually and emotionally? and physically and intellectually. That last 2 hours routine that we talked about on the parent-teacher conference forum, or we communicated in the beginning of the year. Also, we're a God-centered school. We're a God-centered school because we're not following this post-colonization method or model of education, or the modern capitalist model of education, that we're not necessarily looking at parents as customers. We're looking at parents as our partners in that tarbiyah. And we're doing this together for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our teachers, our ustadas, they are that carrier of the prophetic teaching. That the Prophet said, I was sent as a mu'allim. And by mu'allim, the Prophet is not just mentioning giving a lecture, but somebody that really nurtures. And within tarbiyah, we have ta'deeb, which is manners, and tazkiyah, which is purification of the heart, and tadrees, which is formal instruction. And all of these things are something that we're trying to slowly learn and grow in, and make sure that our parents are with us in that journey. Inshallah, with your support, with your respect and honor and the trust that you built with your teachers, we are going to create an environment of excellence, an environment where we're striving towards that vision to develop God-centered, mindful, emotionally resilient, spiritually intelligent, and intellectually courageous Muslims. You have seen on the report cards that we have not just assessed the academics per se, but also the spiritual progress of the children, the character progress of the children, and this beginning of a new concept, or G for growing in that concept, or M for meeting expectation, or E for exceeding expectation. All of these areas telling us that there is that continuous sense of growth, that growth mindset, and we continue to move towards our better and best potential. Jazakallah khair for honoring us with a beautiful PTC, with beautiful adab and presence and connection and partnership. And inshallah, with the report cards, we want to also thank our ustadas, our teachers, our admin, our leadership for working hard to get to the bottom, to the end of this quarter one. There's so much we've learned from quarter one. There are wins in quarter one, and there are lessons in quarter one that we're going to use to continue to work towards betterment of our children in quarter two. We look forward to your continued partnership. May Allah bless you all. Jazakumullah khair. At the end of this, you will see, inshallah, with this email, we're going to attach a survey to see how was this parent-teacher conference, how was that connection between you and the teachers, how are you partnering up in this tarbiyah process. We would love to hear from you on the survey. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.